what is meant by impurity of mind? When you say my mind is not pure, what does it mean? That means your mind is full of desires. When the mind is full of desires, you want this, you want that, and constantly the mind is restless and agitated. I want this, will I get that? Oh, try, you shall get it, somebody says. After somebody, if you don't get it, you will blame that person. You told me you will get it. Oh, I'm so sorry, I thought you will get it, but don't worry. So desires agitate the mind. Why do the desires agitate the mind? Because desires want something to happen in future. Now I have a desire that I'll acquire a car. Do you have a car? I don't have one, I have to walk up. Oh, I have 2 cars. Oh, it doesn't matter, you will get one, don't worry. You have 2, I don't have it. So I have a desire to get a car. I don't have a car now. My desire says I will get a car later, after 10 days, after a year or so. So the desires are always projection from the present into the future. Do you get this? And the future being absolutely uncertain, you do not really know whether desires are going to be fulfilled. Till they are fulfilled, you are constantly agitated. Mind is not peaceful. And then you become jealous of people who have something. Jealousy, quarrel, bickering, animosity, comparison, competition, aggressiveness, all of them are a result of your desire. If your desires become less, become peaceful. That's called the impurity of the mind. There is an Upanishad, minor Upanishad called the Brahmabindu Upanishad. There is a verse which says, mind is of 2 types. One is the pure mind, the other is the impure mind. Manohid vividham proktam ashuddham shuddhamevacha ashuddham kama sankalpam shuddham tu kama varjitam. Ashuddha, impure mind is that which is full of desires, and pure mind is something which is free from desires. Kama varjitam. Therefore Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother, made a very famous statement, Nirvasana hole ekkhuri hobe. Her own simple teaching was Nirvasana, free your mind from desires. Vasana is desire. So Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga leads you to the state of desirelessness. More and more you do Nishkama Karma Yoga, mind becomes purer and purer, less and less of desires. What happens at that time, if you're on the path of Jnana Marga, you realize yourself as a spirit apart from the body. It's a very interesting experience. All of us now know we are the body, we are the mind. I have a headache, I have a backache, I have an ache in the mind also. Somebody insulted me, somebody didn't like me, so I'm feeling unhappy. So I'm heavily conditioned by the vagaries of the body and the mind. For the first time you realize at the end of Nishkama Karma Yoga that you are a spirit in the body, although you can't separate yourself completely from the body and the mind, but still you feel yourself as a spark of the divine, although conditioned, albeit conditioned by the body and the mind. They give the example of tapta lauha pinda, of which I spoke yesterday. A steel or iron ball which is red hot. What are the components in that iron red hot ball? One is the ball itself, the other is the heat, the third is the fire. The fire produces the heat. The fire or the hotness of the ball is the spirit, and the ball itself is the body or the mind. They are now inseparably connected. I can't disconnect the hotness and the fire from the ball itself. Good enough, even that is good enough. I first realize myself as a spirit living in the body, albeit interconnected, intertwined, and caught up with the body and the mind. Then you make inquiry into what is this which is caught up. The path of Jnana, the Jnana Marga, this tremendous inquiry begins at that point. It's called Jnana Vichara. Jnana Vichara means you passionately begin to inquire. What is it that is happening to me? Who is the person who is caught up? Who is the person who is suffering? I realize myself the spirit in the body and the mind. And why is it that the spirit is suffering? Why is it I'm crying? Why is it I'm feeling myself limited? Why is it I'm feeling myself constrained? When you begin to inquire, I realize that the spirit of the consciousness, which is called Chaitanya in Sanskrit, caught up in the body-mind, which is called Jada, Anatma, somehow each one of them has become superimposed with the other. In technical language, it's called adhyasa. Adhyasa meaning that the nature of the spirit has been superimposed on the body and the mind, and the nature of the body and the mind have got superimposed on the spirit. Interesting imagery is given. There's a kind of knot, K-N-O-T, not an O-T. It's called Granthi. Granthi means they've got inextricably caught with each other. The spirit and matter have come together and caught. The Yoga Sutra talks about the Purusha and Prakriti coming together. That's why we say when somebody gets married, he is tying the knot. That means he is getting hopelessly caught. So it's called the Granthi word is used even normally. So what are the two things coming together? One is the Chit, which is Chaitanya. The other is the Jada, which is matter. This is called Chit-Jada Granthi. This is one word you remember in Vedanta. It's a very dangerous Granthi. The knot, Chit and Jada have come together. Now, when you feel a kind of liberation through Nishkama Karma Yoga, feel that the spirit is encased in the body and this knot is recognized. Most interestingly, at the moment we are not recognizing the knot at all. We are very happy. I am in the body, I go around, I eat and drink and make merry. I come to the Vedanta lectures, I enjoy these lectures. These lectures were wonderful. What did it do to you? So we pass through everything without being able to recognize this Chit-Jada Granthi. The first step in spiritual life, they say, recognize that you are caught. You don't have to panic, because Vedanta will ultimately tell you are never caught. So I've been caught in this. This Chit-Jada Granthi, when did it begin? I don't know. They call it Anadi. In Vedanta, whenever you ask an inconvenient question, they say it is beginningless. I do not know when Ajnana began. Why did it happen? Because of Ajnana. It's a very convenient way of answering a question. Why is it that it happened? Because of ignorance. What is ignorance? That I don't know. I don't know itself is ignorance. I don't know when ignorance began. Ignorance is a very interesting entity, which is beginningless but can end. Anadi but Santa. How is it that something can begin but not end? A famous professor, Professor J.N. Mohanty, in the Templeton University in the USA, he gave a very interesting example. How is it that Ajnana has no beginning but has an end? When Jnana arises, Ajnana vanishes but has no beginning. He gave the following example. Do you know French? No, I don't know French. From when you did not know French? You tell me. From when you did not know French? From when I did not know French? Anadi. There's no beginning. But the moment you learn French, the ignorance about French vanishes. You get this? Very simple example. Now, because of some kind of ignorance which is beginningless, they call it in English primordial ignorance. That ignorance brings Jada and Chaitanya together into a kind of knot. You are caught there. Chit-Jada Granthi. Now, when you realize there is a spirit in the body through Nishkama Karma Yoga, you have a vague idea that you are a spirit. Tapta Lauha Pinda, that example you remember. I realized myself Tapta Lauha Pinda, although the Lauha Pinda and the Tapa, the iron ball and the heat can't be separated at the moment. It's called Aviviktam Sat. Avivikta, not separated out. Although they are not separated, I feel that I am that Lauha Pinda. I can feel the heat of it. I am the spirit. For the first time, you recognize the knot. I am now caught. Swami Vivekananda once said, we are all hopelessly caught. The only thing we should recognize that we are caught, then will become the restless inquiry into how to get out of this bondage. Now, you begin relentless inquiry. I am caught. How? Why? There is no how, there is no why. When I was caught, I don't know. Who put me in this? I myself am responsible. Nobody put me in this. Now this inquiry leads you to a very interesting position. So let us take this journey of this inquiry. I'll come to bhakti a bit later. What are we now doing? We are inquiring into the nature of this bond, the knot, when it began and how we can get out of this. When Chit and Jada come together, consciousness, spirit and matter come together, this knot happens, then a peculiar entity is born. This is a very important observation of daily life. That entity is called Aham, I. Does anybody know what is I? We use this word often. There is a survey made by the American Psychologists Association. You know, Americans were very fond of doing surveys. University researchers, every other day you find some kind of a research being done. I saw a couple of months ago in the newspapers, there was a survey made by the Harvard Research School. What is the survey? Do women yawn more than men? How many times you yawn? And when somebody yawns, and if you're nearby, you also feel like yawning. So what is the inducement of yawn? It's a great discovery and research on yawning. Plenty of time and funds are available because you are a rich country. So they made a survey. You know what was the survey about? What is the most often used word in English language? Can you guess it? I. Every moment, every person uses this word hundreds of times. I. But if you ask, what is this I you are referring to? Can anybody tell me where the I is located in the body or the mind? Is it in the head? Is it in the heart? Is it in the feet? Where is it? I don't know where it is, but you're using it. Have you ever thought about this? The answer that Vedanta gives is very interesting. It is everywhere. It is in the body, in the mind, everywhere. How? This I is capable of identifying with anything at any moment. When you have a terrible toothache is terrible. Ramakrishna said, when you have a toothache, I can't bear this anymore. I am so terribly pained. I am not pained, my tooths are paining. Why should I say, I feel the pain? Because the I is identified with the tooth at that point. How are you? Are you well? Oh, I am not well. Why are you not well? I have a headache. I am well, but my head is not well. What does I do? I is identifying with the head at that point. Sometimes some people are very proud about their beauty. Of course, in the West, beauty is a very important concept, physical beauty. People spend so much time standing at the mirror and looking at their stupid bodies. My hair is so beautiful. The I is identifying with the hair. I can identify with the body, with the indriyas, with various senses, with the mind. So this identification is called abhinivesha. This is a technical word in Sanskrit. Abhinivesha meaning this I can constantly keep identifying either with the body or the senses or the mind and keep shifting positions. When something is not well, I say I am not well. At that point, I is identified with that. Now, how was I born? I was born when the Chit and Jada come together. These are very simple Vedantic concepts. When Chit-Jada Granthi takes place, Chit-Jada Granthi is called the I. It is called Ahanta. In Tamil it's called Agandai. Most of you will know this. It's also called Ahankara. Not the Ahankara of the egoism, but the principle of Aham, principle of individuation, which feels that I am separate. There is one I which has come up. Now when you inquire, when you feel that you through Nishkama Karma Yoga, when you liberate yourself as it were, and you feel that you are a spirit caught somehow in this body and the mind, the Tatta Lauha Pinda example which I gave you, then tremendous passionate inquiry begins. Who is this which is caught? The inquiry, the power of inquiry, if it is passionate enough, because the purity of the mind has already taken place, Chitta Shuddhi, and inquiry is extremely passionate, and you desperately want to find out why I am caught here, how to get out of this. The desperate inquiry is called mumukshutva. Means I am desperately wanting to get released from this. Sri Ramakrishna called it vyakulata, longing. Vedanta gives the example of the hair catching fire. Tapta shira, deepta shira, jalarashimiva. Tapta shira or deepta shira. Suppose your hair has caught fire and you are rushing to put out the fire and through some water. Somebody says, where are you rushing? Some beautiful payasam is here. I have Rasagulla. Please take Rasagulla. What do you mean? My hair is on fire. That's an English idiom. Somebody says, why are you rushing as if your hair is on fire? Vedanta says if you have that kind of desperateness, that kind of longing, that kind of passionate inquiry, just my hair is on fire, I have to find a solution to the problem of sorrow now, which came to the Buddha. Buddha became terribly desperate to find out the cause of sorrow, how to end sorrow. So when that happens, that passionate, intense inquiry, Jnana Vichara takes place, the Chit-Jada Granthi breaks. That is the experience of the Jnanis. The I, which is a spurious entity which came up without any location. The I has no address. Suppose you call the I, you come here. What is your address, you tell me? I has no address. It can be anywhere. In the immigration, there's a problem. When I came, somehow I missed to get the address of the Houston Center. The immigration fellows caught me. Where are you going to stay at Houston? I'm going to stay in the Vedanta Society. Address? Oh, I don't know the address. Anyways, whenever you don't know anything, you have the Google guard. If Google had consciousness, if Google is Chaitanya, that's called Hiranyagarbha, cosmic mind. So if you ask the I, what is your address? I doesn't have an address. So it's a spurious entity, which is a non-entity, appearing to be real but not real. So the unreality of the I comes through inquiry. When the I is smashed, you are liberated. When the I is smashed, I is burnt away, then you realize that this jiva-hood, the jiva-atma, which is the tapta lauha pinda, is actually the infinite which is caught up with this granthi. The granthi breaks and you realize yourself with the infinite self. Aham brahmasmi. That's why the Upanishad says the granthi is broken. Vidyate hridaya granthis chidjante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. This is the path of jnana.